If you've reached a career crossroad where you know it's time for change, then you're not alone. It probably looks like burnout, you're emotionally exhausted, and you feel like your tank is empty and there's nothing left to give. You hate waking up in the morning to go to work. You're so understimulated and even bored, despite the endless demands that your job has. And you have given years and years of unpaid overtime, sacrificing your health, well-being, time with family and kids, even your important relationships for a job. And now you are saying enough is enough. I'm exploring new ways of turning my nursing expertise into income. There's so many ways of transforming your nursing career, but one of the easiest is through becoming a nurse consultant. And this is simply taking your existing nursing expertise and using it to solve problems for other healthcare providers, companies, or private clients on your own terms. As a result, you will have control over your own schedule, the ability to work from anywhere, as well as scale your income. So if you're sitting there wondering what is a consultant, then that's what I'm going to be answering today. What is a nurse consultant? What does a nurse consultant do? All from a nurse consultant's perspective. When I started out as a nurse consultant, I was simply seeking out the fastest way to be my own boss. That was it. And I thought to myself, why not become a nurse consultant? So I set out finding my own healthcare providers as consulting clients. A nurse consultant is an experienced nurse who uses their clinical leadership expertise to solve problems for healthcare providers. This might be streamlining processes, improving existing workflows, proposing areas of closing clinical risk and gaps, as well as improving organizational efficiency. There's so many areas to nurse consulting. In fact, the best way to answer this question for yourself personally is to look at your expertise and then picture yourself working independently using that expertise. Nurse consultants do not only work independently, you can decide to scale your operations and build a consulting firm instead. A consulting firm is amazing because then it takes you away from the equation. You no longer have to be the one doing the work, but you've got an army of other experienced nurses who are doing the work on your behalf. And as a result, you scale your impact and your income even faster. So, question for you: do you want to be an independent nurse consultant, or would you rather build a nurse consulting firm? Remember to subscribe and hit that like button. Here's some examples of what nurse consultants do. They offer compliance and accreditation preparation support. They provide leadership and staff development. There is a high demand for staff development in healthcare organizations because experienced nurses have been leaving the nursing profession due to nurse burnout, and this has left a massive gap in organizational leadership structures. Policy and procedure writing for long-term or acute care facilities. Patient safety and quality improvement reviews. This comes in handy, especially to facilities with a high incidence rate. Legal nurse consulting, and then if you're an entrepreneur nurse consultant, it can be providing one-to-one career guidance to other experienced nurses like yourself, or the creation and selling of digital products to help nurses develop their skills and expertise. So again, this list is not exhaustive. It's just an example of what it is nurse consultants do. There are many benefits to becoming a nurse consultant, and some of them include having full control over your own schedule. I'm talking about 100% flexibility because you negotiate the hours that you want to work based on what your client needs. Location independence as you build trust. For me, I started off working on site with my clients, and as we developed the trust, I moved my operations off-site and remote. You get premium compensation for your services because You are the one who determines your rates. And even as your experience and expertise and confidence increases, you can also increase the hourly rates that you charge. You can charge on a retainer basis, project basis, or even hourly. You get to decide the pricing structure or the pricing model that you want to use. And a note about compensation, again, like I mentioned, when you have a consulting firm, that means you can scale your compensation faster. You have legacy building potential when you're a consultant. You can build a legacy through a consulting firm that outlives you and continues to make an impact in the nursing industry through provision of excellent clinical expertise. This will bring a sense of fulfillment to you. And if you've been in a situation where you're like, oh no, my life is just passing me by, I hate what I'm doing, as a consultant, you are fulfilled because you are providing services and doing work that is aligned to you. If you're curious and want to know more about nurse consulting, book a free consultation. My calendar is in the link below. What then makes nurse consulting ideal for nurse leaders? Well, you already have the experience. Unlike other businesses where you need to learn that business skill and then figure out a way of monetizing it, you already have the experience, you already know the types of healthcare providers that are there, you have experience working with them, and now it's just a matter of packaging your nurse consulting services and approaching them. In my experience, it is the easiest business model for nurses to transition. You can build a steady client base and establish relationships that last over years, which means steady income and not having to lose access to your current income. This is especially important if financial security is a huge factor in determining what career opportunities you go for. It's ideal because you already have clinical and leadership insight, and this is much needed and in high demand. Your communication and organizational skills will bring positive change and assist providers in streamlining their processes, as well as creating a positive workplace where staff can thrive and nurses can stay for longer. And lastly, what makes nurse consulting so ideal is the level of autonomy. You reach a stage where you no longer need someone to breathe down your neck, micromanaging you and monitoring your every movement. As a nurse consultant, you have autonomy. No one has time to breathe down your neck or check on what it is you're doing because they trust and know that you're an expert. Don't let another year pass before actually changing your situation for the better. If you're at a career crossroads, you're burnt out, frustrated, emotionally exhausted, and you're ready for autonomy, flexibility, and freedom over your time, as well as having the ability to scale your income, and you're considering transitioning to nurse consulting, then book a free consultation and let's talk. Be sure to subscribe. And if you're wondering, okay, yes, I want to be a nurse consultant, but I don't know exactly what nurse consultant business to start, then I created this video for you. It's about 20 nurse consultant businesses that you can start today using your nursing experience. So be sure to watch it. Do me a favor and hit like before you go.